Well, it's a lovely bright sunset here if you're a glass half full kind of person, or it's shitting blinding. And in the sunlight, yeah, I've been buying again. This is my new to me, see if we can get them all in, TD4 Freelander 3-door called Geoff. Yeah, not long since I had the Mazda, and yeah, buying again. 3-door 2002 Freelander. Kind of wanted one of these for a while. I didn't like them for a very long time, and they're kind of becoming more of a modern classic now. And yeah, I quite fancied one. This one has some faults. It wasn't an expensive purchase, so it has some issues, but overall it's a nice Freelander called Geoff. So it has the sticker because of the plate GF, and I suppose I'll walk you through it slightly. So yeah, 2002 GS model, basic model, so it has nothing particularly fancy about it, and it does have a reasonable amount of scratches. Cloth seats, does have rear seats, but they're folded forward at the minute with this lovely Jungle Trek cloth. Yeah, they're quite basic. They need a good clean actually, but they aren't too damaged. I mean, it's got a bit of wear on here and a little bit here. That one's fine, but they do need a bit of a clean. Black interior, basic stuff. I actually prefer this to the earlier model that had the lighter interior, like the beige cream interior with the green dials, and it had green vents. These are silver, which is quite nice. It also has the upgraded dash, which I'm actually not too keen on because the speedo is a bit, it's not great. You know, they could be clearer. Anyway, so yeah, it has got a few nice enough features. It's got the electric mirrors, but they don't fold in. It's obviously got your standard fog lights and all those controls. Otherwise, it's like I say, fairly basic. These controls are all the same as I had in the Discovery, both Discoveries, I suppose. And yeah, it's an automatic, so 5-speed auto with override. So I get command shift when it's in drive, which if I put the handbrake on, if it's in drive, you can push the shifter across, and then you have up and down. I'll leave the handbrake on now. I had this centre console apart because this piece down here, this piece was broken and the bolts were stuck, and using an impact driver I actually punched them through the floor and had to put riv nuts in. But anyway, I had this apart and I forgot to reconnect the handbrake light switch. Oh well, redid that earlier on. And again, fairly basic in here, just normal controls. It does have aircon. I don't know if it works, but it has it. We'll find out when it gets warmer. CD player, I'll come back to that. Someone loved this thing. It has a limited edition badge, which isn't factory, nor is it a limited edition. I don't fully understand why they've done that, but they have. It used to have 4-wheel drive badges on the wings as well, and there's a poppy sticker on the back somewhere, but someone loved it. Yeah, so standard CD player, but I have this thing, this Bluetooth transmitter, FM transmitter, which is fantastic really. It's really good, works with this iPhone and transmits over FM to the radio. The only problem is, when it transmits what the phone is sending to it, it's a lot quieter than the voice you hear when the thing starts up. So I always have the radio turned off when I park. Yeah, otherwise it deafens you. Standard Land Rover key with a fob, which for some reason doesn't work. But one of the best things about this Freelander versus some others is all of the electric windows work. Some controller here. They all work. And that includes this switch here, which rolls down the rear. That's not super common for TD4 or for any Freelanders. So 3-door is good because it only has those 2 windows in the back. Obviously a 5-door has 5. Also, the 3-door doesn't have an electric sunroof. It does have a noisy water pump though, fuel pump, very noisy fuel pump, so I'll turn that off. But cars going by, it's quietish here. So one of the great things about this is it just has pop, almost T-tops that come off, and these actually can be removed, so you don't have to worry about sliding seals or anything like that. I won't close those because it's quite cold, but easy to maintain, which is great on a car this age. I really didn't want to get into another Bugsy situation with too many electronics. Having said that, these doors are quite complicated. So that has the window that pops down, and then when we're in the back, quite a few scratches and scuffs, but not bad. You know, there's a reasonable amount of space in there. Be nice to be able to chuck a bike in, and the seats folded down. So this is like an open tailgate when the back's open, and you know, a couple of lights, they both work. Then you've got these side flip windows which pop open from here. They are just nice flip open simple windows. It's quite nice. I like this. It's, you know, simple, and this is a 3-door, so it means that the top is actually removable. This hard top is completely removable. 2 wings here which open up, 2 clips there, that one, and it comes off. I've had it off already. I've cleaned all the plastic and all the rubber seals. They need treating, but they've been cleaned, and it works really well. It's pretty nice. These need changing. They had a roof bar that went over the top originally, and it's been removed, so you can get covers for these directly from Land Rover for not too much money. So that's pretty much a tour of it. Oh, it has this little cubby box as well, which has got the toolbox in. It smells like sweaty feet because this doesn't leak. None of the seals on this leak, but it gets damp anyway. So need to get some crystals in there, the absorbing crystals. So okay, what else have we got? And it's good that the window works because it has to drop. It has to drop to get under that seal. Another common thing, this finisher section, well, this one's broken, come to that. This has rust issues. So they are like hen's teeth, unfortunately. Always like the fancy light. So someone had an E on here or something as well, letter stickers. Right, one of the things this thing needs is tyres, because these tyres are not great. They're old, they need replacing, but they work fine. That one has a slow leak, so that's a job that's going to get done very shortly. But the wheels are in good condition, and it's got a pretty handsome face. Well, some people hate it, but I like it. The Hippo Freelander. One of the jobs I've done is to paint that grille had surface rust, so did the tow hook, so I painted those. I need to get some vinyl to do these letters, so that'll be a job to do soon because they're bad. I tried painting them, but it just doesn't work. Windscreen has a crack, but it's not an MOT failure, so that's a job to be done. Generally just give it a clean and enjoy it, really. One other slight snag. At the minute, this is Land Rover, but it has more in common with an Austin Metro or an MG Metro because it's front wheel drive. I compare it to a Metro because of that style of dash. Yeah, it's front wheel drive only. The prop shaft runs across the back. There's a viscous coupling that's supposed to be in the middle, and then it goes to the rear diff. Missing. Not the end of the world. It's fine in 2-wheel drive, but it's a job I plan to do shortly and get sorted because it'd be nice to have it in 4-wheel drive again. But yeah, TD4 is a nice little engine. Right, okay, I just needed to stop there for a second. Open the bonnet now. Show you the mighty TD4. Mighty being a bit of an exaggeration. This is the smallest Land Rover engine I've had. Just a second, I'm going to put you down. You can have a look at the battery. That's bad planning for you, isn't it? Right. The mighty TD4, 4-cylinder 2-litre turbo diesel from BMW. Same engine that was in the 320D of the same age. M47 engine, I believe. And yeah, nothing remarkable here either. Oil's clean, so I don't have a lot of service history for this, but the oil's clean, air filter's clean. I've replaced the crankcase breather filter with an upgrade vortex filter, which is fine, hopefully. It'll do the job nicely. Decent battery, hopefully no electronic issues. And it, critically, it's not a 1.8 petrol, which is the K-series engine, which always goes wrong. One job I want to do is replace that header tank because it looks nasty, but that's something else. Runs fine, as far as I can tell. It's yeah, doesn't smoke at all. This is done 123,000 miles. Doesn't smoke at all. Another job I did was replace the little filter that goes behind there, so that's clean because it gets forgotten about. Nothing really to show you here. It just works. So yeah, I suppose that's kind of it. That's an introduction to Geoff, my Freelander. There might be some bits and pieces you'll see. I really like the designs they did on these. They made it very simple to switch from left to right-hand drive in when they were building the car. So they have the blank there. It has 2 glove boxes, one on each side, so that it's just built the same, and you can use both of them, except the fuse box is in one of them. Fuse box is in the driver's side, so it just takes up a bit of space. But yeah, that's it. So before the sun goes down, which it almost has, I'm going to wrap this up and head back home. Just been out for a bit of a drive in it, and yeah, I shall catch you again maybe when the Mazda's back on the road. It's in bits at the moment. It is having some wiring done for a solar panel charger, but should be done pretty soon. I might be able to show you that. Right, thanks very much. Speak to you soon. Bye. I suppose it would be unfair to not do an engine start in this. So the radio's off because of the Bluetooth thing down there. Fuel pump's a bit noisy, but it hardly even needs to cycle the glow plugs. 123,000. I'm in park. Now, I don't know a lot about Freelander ones, but yeah, that fuel pump doesn't sound too great. But this seems fine to me. Pretty clean. No smoke out the back. Yeah, it's nice. It's a bit of a run around to give Bob a rest, and for winter when I don't want to drive the Mazda. So anyway, yeah, back to 3 cars again. Right, I'll talk to you later. Cheers. Bye.